So this vertebrae is one of the larger vertebrae on the whale, and it really gives you kind of an idea of the size that the full skeleton will be when we hang it up.
The bones of a young gray whale, which washed up on the western shores of Vancouver Island in the spring of 2010, are almost ready to be put on display.
So here we have our whole gray whale.
Ooh,
This is the skull. So you imagine we've broken it into three pieces for transport, but this would be the tops, this would be the roof of the mouth essentially. These are the ear bones, the tympanium, which are fused in whales.
4 years after the 20-ton gray whale was buried on Chiana First Nation land, the bones were carefully exhumed, laid out in sequence, numbered and packed into a shipping container to be used as an educational display at the Vancouver Island University Deep Bay Marine Field Station.
When it first washed ashore in Beecher Bay, Sharon Cooper, with the Beecher Bay First Nation, when it was being sort of desecrated by people that didn't respect it, she said she made a promise to that whale it would be honored, and through this process, that's kind of happening.
The articulation process, preparing the bones and assembling them into a natural diving position, will be done by experts, students, and volunteers, and will take months to complete.
These bones are clean, but they still have the smell. And what that is the oils in the bones, because whales fill their bones with oil to help them with their buoyancy. And so what's going to happen next is we're just assembling a thing called a vapor degreaser with our consultants. And they will sit in this fog of a very special solvent, and that'll get all the oils to run out of the bones.
Reconstructing the whale skeleton will take place in one of the labs under the watchful eye of visitors to the Marine Field Station.
Right here, we've just laid out all the bones. These ones are the equivalent to like the bones in your hand. These ones here are called phalanges, and these are called carpals.
You may wonder why a shellfish research facility would want a gray whale skeleton.
Okay, so you're welcome to touch it if you like. A lot of people don't know that this is actually the same material as your fingernails.
As large as it is, the gray whale is inherently tied to the same ecosystem as clams, oysters, and other shellfish.
What Vancouver Island University is trying to do is to talk about how we live sustainably here on Vancouver Island. So our research is primarily targeted at shellfish and shellfish conservation and shellfish aquaculture. But at the field station here, what we're really trying to do is talk about marine conservation, talk about ocean sustainability. And the gray whale is actually very appropriate because it's the whale that comes in inshore and feeds in the mud and feeds in the estuaries.
For me as an educator at the Marine Station, I'm really excited to have it on display because I think it's the perfect jumping off point to teach our students about whales as well as the rest of the marine environment.
The 10-meter-long gray whale skeleton will be suspended from the main ceiling of the field station, a legacy and reminder of the responsibility to protect the health of our coasts. At Deep Bay, I'm Annette Lucas.